Mr. Williams, you have a new client.
Hello, Marshall.
Mary. It's been a while. What brings you here?
My husband passed this week.
Tobias, you two are married. My condolences.
Marshall, I need your help. I need to know who killed my husband. Please, Marshall, just this once. For old time's sake.
Take a seat, Mary. Mary explained what had happened. Robert had left for an emergency business meeting that Saturday evening. She made dinner for him, but he never came home. Then Sunday morning she got a phone call explaining that her husband was dead, and she was to come down to the police station immediately.
They tried to tell me some half-done lie about why they weren't pursuing his case. But I knew it was because Robert was always caught up in some sort of shady illegal business. They didn't care for him one bit.
Perhaps this case was too personal, but Robert had been a loyal friend to me, and I wasn't going to leave his legacy with so many questions hanging in the air. Tobias was always tied up in some sort of misunderstanding, a ladies' man and an impulsive liar. I took what was left of the police report from Mary and began my search for answers. Robert Tobias was last seen alive entering room 406 with an unknown woman in the Palms Hotel, 9:47 p.m. on Saturday the 14th of June. Autopsy showed a bullet to the chest, lipstick smudges on the victim's face, a cocked anaconda, and a lipstick-stained cigarette. After some digging, I discovered the identity of Tobias's mystery woman, right under my nose. Charlotte Thompson, 24 years old, my very own receptionist.
Charlotte, could you step into my office, please?
Of course, Mr. Williams.
Do you know this man?
Robert, of course, he was in the papers. You two were close, weren't you?
That was 5 years ago.
No, thank you. I don't smoke.
Listen, Lottie. You've worked with me for a long time. Okay, I'm not blaming you, but you know something that could help me out. Don't play naive with me, Charlotte. Okay, you know something. What were you doing with Robert Tobias?
I slept with Robert.
Speak up!
I was having an affair.
How long?
7 months. I was always a little paranoid when I was with Robert, as if someone knew what I was doing.
Tell me, Charlotte. Who does this gun belong to?
I wouldn't know. I left before he... That's Larry's gun.
You're dismissed. Larry Heaton.
Who's asking?
Detective Marshall Williams. And this is Mary Tobias.
Have we met before?
No.
I thought I told you not to come here.
Oh, Marshall, a girl's gotta get out sometime. When you called me and said you had to leave, do you think I'd let you do this on your own?
We have a few questions about the death of Robert Tobias.
You mean that guy in the newspaper?
You mean my husband?
Where were you the night of June 14th?
It's your shot.
You're avoiding the question, Larry. Where were you the night of June 14th?
I was waiting for Charlotte to come home from work.
It's not what your neighbors said. They said they saw you leave 5 minutes after she did.
I had to know who he was.
Who?
That scumbag, fooling around with my Lottie. She wasn't exactly subtle with all her sneaking around.
So you followed her, you creep.
So what, she's my girl.
Your girl, huh? She wasn't your girl when she was sleeping with another man.
That sleaze isn't half the man I am.
Larry Heaton, we're taking you in under suspicion of murder of Robert Tobias.
What? I didn't do anything. Get your hands off me.
You followed Charlotte to the Palms Hotel. Your gun was found at the crime scene, and Tobias's blood was all over your coat.
I didn't do it. I didn't. Want to know the truth? Okay. I followed her to the bloody hotel, but the bloody staff wouldn't let me up. I drank myself blind at the bar.
How dare you lie to me? You killed my husband.
Lying bitch! I didn't do it.
We convicted Larry Heaton late that evening. That cold-hearted killer got what he deserved. But there was something I couldn't quite point out. Something about his case. Something tugging at the back of my mind.
So how did Tobias end up with such a charming thing like you?
I don't mean to break your tiny little heart, Mr. Williams. Are my legs distracting you?
Don't do that with me, Mary. We're both better than that.
Darling, I'm completely innocent. I'm not one to control your thoughts.
You're not to be trusted.
Besides, thoughts are far from your concern. It's discipline you can't control. What is it? What's wrong now?
Something's not right.
You're obsessed, Marshall. We got him. We put Larry in jail. What more do you want? Aren't you tired? Why don't we go to bed? You work so hard. How about you took some time off and relaxed once in a while?
You're the devil, Mary Jones.
I really must be going.
Don't go, Mary.
Nights like these remind me of Venice. Why did it ever end?
You left, Mary.
Why do you have to go and ruin things like that?
Me? You're the one who asked.
I really must be going.
Mary, why was one of your Phoenix Gold cigarettes left at the crime scene last weekend?
Pardon?
I'd recognize that brand anywhere. How could I have been so blind?
What are you on about?
The cigarettes!
Oh, you silly man. They must be Charlotte's.
Charlotte doesn't smoke. You knew Robert was having multiple affairs, so you couldn't have loved him for his loyalty. It was his money that seduced you. That's why you married him. That's why you killed him.
You're
Oh,
crazy!
you were oh so clever up until that careless cigarette. I can see it all now. The staff wouldn't let Larry upstairs, so he wasn't lying when he said he drunk himself blind. You took this to your advantage by stealing his jacket. You must have been there after Charlotte left. 10:29 p.m. How'd you kill him, Mary?
You want to know how I did it? Fine. It wasn't a fast death.
Mary?
I took my time in there, watching his life slip away. I was such a fool to leave the cigarette. I thought it would be no different from the rest. But clearly not to you. When he finally croaked it, all that was left to do was lock the door and let him rot away for a few hours and return the coat to poor old Larry. I only did it for us, Marshall. We can split the money. Larry's in jail. We can run away together. It'll be just like Venice. Like old time. You and me against the world. Whiskey in hand.
I'm afraid I can't do that, Mary. Darcy.
Put the phone down, Marshall.
I wish I didn't have to do this, baby.
A miscarriage of justice. Thought I could trust my instincts. Thought I knew what I was doing. Larry won the court case. I lost thousands. My business went bankrupt. Couldn't keep up. Lost a friend, lost my career, lost the devil disguised as a woman. It was just like Venice. She left me. But this time she wasn't coming back.
Other guys riding on backbiting